Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw live from Denver, Colorado. And we're kicking the night off with one-on-one action. Katana Chance against Chelsea Green. And that's next.
The foe is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, accompanied by Kayden Carter from Glen Ridge, New Jersey. Katana Chance!
Big time matchup here for Katana Chance, but also an opportunity for Chelsea Green to catch some momentum on the way to the Royal Rumble, in which she'll compete for the Intercontinental Championship, as we found out last week when she defeated Cora Jade in one-on-one action, but in controversial means, with Cora Jade's hand being on the rope, and Molly Holly overturning the decision, making said Intercontinental Championship match a triple threat, in which Selina Drake will face Cora Jade and Chelsea Green, putting her title on the line in Chicago. But Chelsea Green, with a victory here, could garner some momentum on the way to Chicago 1 week from this Saturday, in which she looks to capture the Intercontinental Championship.
And her opponent, from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, Chelsea Green!
Both Cora and Chelsea Green have come so close to winning the Intercontinental Championship. Chelsea Green getting close in Glasgow, Scotland at Clash at the Castle. And Cora Jade getting ever so close a little under a month ago at New Year's Revolution in Kansas City, in which she lost to Selina Drake. And she feels she lost because of this woman, because of Chelsea Green's antics, I guess, so to speak. And now they both find each other battling one another in the Intercontinental Championship. And it seems as if these two women, Cora Jade and Chelsea Green, they're not on the same page for being a part of the Dominion. In which, you would think they would team up on Selina Drake, but it seems as if they're at each other's throats instead. And Chelsea Green, she said it before, she's tired of being overlooked. She's tired of being not taken seriously. And winning the Intercontinental Championship at the Royal Rumble is a means in which she can be taken seriously here. She hits a roll-up, but Daphne LaShaw not in position there, but she's in position for Katana Chance's pinfall. And Katana Chance able to get a 1 count there early on here. Chelsea Green has won over the audience in the past few months, being a part of the Dominion, and has definitely won over Sophia Everett. Sophia Everett questioning why these two are letting the Intercontinental Championship come in between them. It doesn't really matter who wins the championship as long as they bring the championship home back to the Dominion. The championship that Blair Davenport previously held before Selina Drake won it at SummerSlam, in which Blair Davenport never lost. Obviously had to relinquish it due to injury, a vicious assault taken part by later to be known as Blair Davenport, or Bianca Belair, sorry. As Chelsea Green is in full control here in this matchup with a low drop kick to the back. And going up, maybe looking for a high-risk maneuver. We all know she has a fear of heights, so she's putting it all on the line here in Denver, Colorado. Telling her opponent to get her ass up. Crossbody to Katana Chance. And gets all of it. This Denver crowd right behind the hot mess herself, Chelsea Green. Big shoulder thrust into the corner, outsmarting her opponent and driving that boot, maybe a little bit of a broski boot there. In full control here in this matchup, Katana Chance not really having a chance as Chelsea Green drives her head into that top turnbuckle, getting her up on the top rope. Big right hand from Chelsea, but Katana able to counter whatever Chelsea had in mind. Big right hook to the gut. Maybe looking for a Hurricane Rana. Nope. Wait. Counter from Chelsea Green. Plants her. And that could be it. Looking for the cover. Looking for the win. Getting a 2 count there. That was almost it for Katana. She hits a big stomp there. And another stomp now to the ankle of the American Gladiator. Big right back elbow into a rough
rider. This could be it. 1.
Oh, she got more out of the powerbomb counter. Out of poor Zack Ryder. Poor Matt Cardona. Chelsea Green sizing her up, looking for the stop.
Shades of her leader, Sophia Everett, driving the head into the mat and gains the victory here tonight. Momentum heading into her Intercontinental Championship opportunity.
Here is your winner, Chelsea Green.
Big win there. Some would call that light work for Chelsea Green, making quick work of Katana Chance, Selina Drake. God damn it. Not again. Selina Drake doing whatever it takes, taking every shortcut known to man to ensure that she retains her championship. Chair shot after chair shot to the arm of Chelsea Green. Where the hell is Cora Jade? To stop this madness, to stop this assault. Selina Drake punishing, brutalizing the arm, the left arm of Chelsea Green. And Cora Jade nowhere to be found. Is that what it is? Is that what it's like? Is that what it's gonna be like? With the Intercontinental Championship on the line in Chicago at the Royal Rumble.
Sophia confused as what the hell is going on with Cora Jade. But we're transitioning into Royal Rumble qualifying action. The Beautiful Madness, Giulia, against Michin.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan,
Big time opportunity here for the Beautiful Madness to qualify for the Royal Rumble. Remember last week? I mean, I guess she didn't cost Bianca an opportunity. She more so cost Roxanne an opportunity, as you found earlier in the night. Roxanne being thrown into the Rumble thanks to Giulia's actions last week. But I mean, last week
getting her hands on Bianca Belair after Bianca cost her another World Heavyweight Championship match at New Year's Revolution, but now she has a chance to qualify for the Rumble and win the Rumble and head to the main event of WrestleMania to face a challenger of her choosing, finally getting her hands on possibly a top championship here in the WWE. But first, she has to get through her opponent here tonight, Michin, who is just as hungry for an opportunity here on the Monday Night Raw brand. Beautiful Madness has quite the challenge ahead of her. As her opponent, Michin, makes her way out to the ring! Or not! Bianca Belair! Looking to get even for the actions of last week! Making a beeline to the ring! And here we go! These two women back at it again! Daphne LaShawn trying to get in between the two. She's throwing the match out. But what does that mean for the Royal Rumble qualifications? Giulia looking for a forearm. Bianca. Big forearm to the back, but now Giulia countering whatever Bianca had in mind with a big boot. These two women brawling here in the middle of the ring. This is not a match. This is just a straight up brouhaha between these two women who absolutely cannot stand one another. Bianca calling for the Beautiful Madness to get up to her feet. Big spear out of the corner for Bianca. Looking like a shooting torpedo out of that corner. And looking to inflict just a little bit more damage with that steel chair. And just throwing it at the Beautiful Madness, Giulia. Daphne LaShawn trying to stop Bianca from inflicting more damage to Giulia, but Bianca taking out the referee. God damn it. Bianca's lost her goddamn mind. Taking out Giulia, getting that steel chair, and inflicting as much punishment as possible. These two women doing whatever they want to one another. Bianca mounting a lot of offense here. Drives the Beautiful Madness out to the ring and just throwing her right into the announcer's table and driving her head right off of the announcer's table. Big drop kick. Something tells me that Bianca has dangerous thoughts in mind with this announcer's table. Dismantling it, taking it apart, getting Giulia set up in a position on the announcer's table. She has dangerous thoughts in mind. Spinebuster through the announcer's table. Bianca Belair with reckless abandon for the Beautiful Madness. And it looks as if these two women will be going through 3 stages of hell.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's World Championship.
414 days. That is how long Sophia Everett has been champion, and tonight it could all be done away thanks to a mystery opponent in which she cannot prepare for. The question is, will she be ready? Molly Holly has made it apparent, has made it obvious that she has it out for Sophia Everett. Sophia Everett willing to take on the challenge, willing to take on the task at hand, but tonight may stand a task, may the task be too tall for the champion. That is the question. Can the captain brave these rough seas? We find out here in the main event of Monday Night Raw. Next. Oh boy! Stephanie Vaquer! What an opponent! Former NXT Women's Champion. Last we saw her here on Monday Night Raw, she was helping Raw win the war. In brand warfare, in which, I mean, they came up short, but, I mean, they won the match she was involved in. And now she makes her way back here to Monday Night Raw, only this time, big time opportunity. Main roster debut, I'm being told. Stephanie Vaquer being signed to Monday Night Raw, as it seems, at her first matchup here on Monday Night Raws for the Women's World Championship here on the main event against a big-time champion. Stephanie Vaquer, Sophia Everett for the Women's World Championship here, Denver, Colorado. You're in for a good one. And this is what it's all about, the Women's World Championship. Now let's send it down to Mike Rome for the introductions.
Introducing the challenger from San Fernando, Chile, Stephanie Vaquer. And her opponent from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the WWE Women's World Champion, Sophia Everett.
414 days, ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget. Longest reigning Women's World Champion against Stephanie Vaquer, who might go down as one of the greatest NXT Women's Champions of all time, but this is the big time, ladies and gentlemen. This is the big pond. Big fish, big pond. Can she swim or will she sink? As she extends a hand here as a sign of respect to the champion, in which Sophia Everett reciprocates. Stephanie Vaquer, Sophia Everett, one-on-one for the Women's World Championship. And here we go. As we get into a collar and elbow tie-up, these two are the two of the best in the very world. You cannot deny it. What a task this is for Sophia Everett right in front of her. But the same can be said for the challenger. As much of a time as she's had there in NXT, there is nothing quite like the Monday Night Raw. There is quite nothing like the main roster women's division as deep as it ever has been. As these two women trading holds here in this collar and elbow tie-up, you knew that these two women would get in their bag, Bubba. Get in their bag. Stephanie Belair, former women's NXT champion, previously losing it to Jada Parker, who then lost it to Psycho Sally at the takeover after Survivor Series in that triple threat style. Congratulations to Psycho Sally. Now Stephanie Belair gets a wrist lock here on the champion, who is trying to find any possible way to fight out of it. As Stephanie Belair wrenches on the hold. And Sophia Everett squirming, trying to find a possible escape out of this as she counters into a headlock. The transitions from these women so crisp, so concise, so precise. And that's what you have to be if you want to become Women's World Champion, if you want to stay Women's World Champion. Has that headlock in strong as Stephanie Belair able to fight out of it and getting control of that wrist again, putting pressure on that shoulder area as she wrenches that arm back. But now Sophia Everett able to counter into a wrist lock of her own. And taking down Stephanie Belair as she transitions and goes for the legs. Telling Stephanie Belair to bring it! Stephanie Belair with a big slap into a roll-up pin. The champion taking her eyes off the prize. And Stephanie Belair getting a 1 count there. And Stephanie Belair returning and saying, bring it! Big counter there. Irish whip counter from Sophia Everett. Drop down. Leapfrog. Leapfrog. Into a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker there from the champion, who is gathering her wits about her. Don't think she expected this from Stephanie Belair this early. Now saying, bring it yet again. These two women. Big kick to the abdomen and following up with a big roundhouse, going for the pin here. She feels like this is the end. 1 count there for the champion as Belair kicks out at a count of 1. Not gonna have to do a lot there to put away Belair. I think Sophia Everett knows that. Wait a minute! Early on here, Devil's Kiss! Devil's Kiss early on here in the matchup. Sophia taking her eyes off the ball and getting into a vulnerable position. As Stephanie Belair locks in a triangle hold. Sophia, sensing danger, fights out of it almost immediately. Sensing maybe that was the end. Locking in a crossface now. Sophia Everett locking in the crossface in the middle of the ring. But Stephanie Belair sensing the same amount of danger, getting right out of it. And following it up with her own version of a crossface. Locking it in. Has it in tight. Sophia Everett able to roll out of the submission maneuver. These two women trading maneuvers like crazy. What a match this has been already. These two women have done their homework and have watched the tapes. Even though Sophia Everett has not faced Stephanie Belair, as Stephanie Belair hit a DDT, almost getting a near fall there. The champion kicking out at a count of 2. Sophia Everett has not faced Stephanie Belair, but a good champion always keeps an eye on who's coming up next. And you can tell that she has kept a close eye on Belair, as Belair has a full control here of this matchup, as Sophia has to crawl out to really get some reprieve. But Stephanie Belair right on the attack, hitting a vicious headbutt on the outside of the ring and throwing in the champion. Maybe looking for the end here. Maybe setting up for some SVB, possibly. Nope. Grabs a handful of Sophia's hair. Irish whip. Pull back. But Stephanie saw it coming. Able to counter and get Sophia down. Driving her to that corner. Big stiff kick to the midsection. And now just raking her boot across the face of the champion. Stephanie Belair has been impressive early on here, calling for Sophia to get up to her feet on that apron. Looking forward, step up, springboard moonsault, counter from Sophia Everett, who follows it up with a super kick. My goodness.
What an exchange there. Now just mounting Valkyrie. Just a string of headbutts. Good God, viciously. Returning those headbutts on the outside of the ring with a few of our own. These two women trading blows like it's nothing. Double knees to the midsection and a backflip right back into it. We've seen this combination before. Rolling senton. Maybe going to follow it up with a moonsault springboard style. But Stephanie Valkyrie rolling out of the way. But Sophia feeling that, fighting through the pain, gritting her teeth. Big chops to Valkyrie. Roll through pump kick. Irish whip into the corner to that pump kick. In the drop zone. Maybe looking for it. Double stomp instead. I thought she was going to bleed. Looking for that elbow, but no. Double foot stomp to the midsection. Going for the cover. Sent to the end. 1, 2. Kick out by La Primera. These two women putting on a show here in Denver, Colorado in the main event. Double underhook. Butterfly suplex. There on Valkyrie. And Everett is feeling every bit of momentum swinging. The pendulum is swinging into her direction. Getting Valkyrie up. Combination of strikes. Stephanie draped across those ropes. Step up kick. We've seen this before. Suicide Hurricane Rana. Feeding off the momentum. This has been awesome. Sophia Everett calling for Valkyrie to get up. Suicide dive is missed. Crash and burn by the champion into a dragon screw from the challenger on the outside. Counter there from Sophia Everett, who gets up on the barricade. Standing shooting star from the barricade. Very impressive. Getting up the challenger, Irish whip into the ring. This match is brought to you by Snickers. This match is brought to you by Cricket Wireless. This match is brought to you by Slim Jim. The challenger up to her feet, roll through, drop kick by the champion on the outside. Springboard, moonsault, what she went for earlier in the match. She got all of it this time and looking for the end. 1. Only a 1 count there, not even a 2. Got to do a lot more to put away Valkyrie. As Stephanie Valkyrie crawling into the corner. Sophia Everett sizing her up. Maybe looking for another pump kick. No, step up knee. Counter there from Valkyrie. Big clothesline. Valkyrie looking for the end here. 1, 2. Not enough to put away the challenger. Roll through. Looking for the pin here. Maybe trying to catch Stephanie Valkyrie. 2. Kick out there from Valkyrie. Roll through again. Super kick there from Sophia Everett. Looking for the end here. Spear. Got all of it. 1. Oh my goodness. Kick out there from Valkyrie to count of 1. Sophia Everett getting Stephanie Valkyrie up to her feet. Got her on her shoulders. G-T-S. And that spells the end for Valkyrie's challenge. As Stephanie Valkyrie kicks out at a count of 2. Counter there from Valkyrie. Counters the chop, kick in the gut. S-B-B. 414 days looks to be the end. Oh my God. Fight forever chance. Ring out here in Denver, Colorado. Springboard crossbody miss there from Stephanie Valkyrie. But she doesn't care as she's back on the attack. Handful of hair on Sophia Everett, who hits some back elbows to fight out of it. Big super kick yet again to Valkyrie. Valkyrie shrugs it off. Irish whip counter there from Sophia Everett, who drives Stephanie Valkyrie back down to the apron, or onto the apron, drives her off of the apron with the shoulder tackle. What is she doing? Top rope on the outside. Diving elbow drop to the outside. Oh my goodness. Throwing caution to the wind. Stephanie Valkyrie back in the ring. Sophia Everett maybe sensing the end here. Oh, looking for a forearm. Big forearm strike there from Stephanie Vaquer. These two women battling for the Women's World Championship, the biggest prize in this industry. Duking it out, middle of the ring, blow for blow. Vaquer with a big chop. Sophia returns it. Big right hand. Sophia with the right hand. Stephanie Vaquer. Big right chop. Sophia Everett. Big right chop. Stephanie Vaquer. Big right chop. Big right hand there from Sophia Everett. We've got a hockey fight here in Denver, Colorado. In the middle of the ring. Women's World Championship on the line. Big super kick from Sophia Everett. Straight. Check it. German. Both women down. Sophia Everett looking for a cover, but Stephanie Vaquer, luckily for her, foot in the ropes. Very, very gassed commentator, very gassed champion, very gassed challenger who gets countered. Irish whip into the corner, step up, knee, clothesline. We know what she follows it up with. Springboard, moonsault. Got all of it. Stephanie Vaquer trying to find some reprieve into that corner. Double knees in the corner. Meteora. Sophia Everett going up top. Maybe looking for it. Shooting. Is missed. Vaquer back up to her feet. Irish whip. Counter. Counter to the kitchen sink there from Sophia Everett. Got Vaquer up on her shoulders. GTS one more time. 1, 2, 3. Sophia Everett wins the battle and retains the World Championship.
Here is your winner, and still the WWE Women's World Champion, Sophia Everett.
What a match between these two combatants.
Stephanie Vaquer coming ever so close to winning the World's Championship in her debut. Nothing to be ashamed of. She fought a very game champion. Stephanie Vaquer proved that she will be a household name here on Monday Night Raw. But tonight, Sophia Everett was just the better woman. What a match between La Primera and the captain, the Women's World Champion. Sign of respect there to Stephanie Vaquer. And Sophia Everett is walking out here of Denver, Colorado, still your Women's World Champion. Oh my God. We need to get some help back there. We need to get some EMTs in the back immediately. This lunatic Mercedes Moné. Obviously, Sophia Everett making a beeline to the back to get to Geneva. What? Has Mercedes lost her goddamn mind? And Sophia Everett has made it to the back area. Obviously, immense worry there for Geneva. Steel chair. Oh my God! This Mercedes Moné on the attack of Sophia Everett. Can we get some goddamn security in the back? Molly Holly is so concerned with accountability, so concerned with the safety of her superstars, but it's pretty damn obvious that she doesn't give a care in the world about her own Women's World Champion. Someone get back there and stop this lunatic! Can we get some damn security?